Chapter 4. Jane is going back into her flat from Jimmy's. She's still crying a little. As she opens the door, she hears the telephone ringing, just like the last time. It's Neil, she thinks, and runs towards the phone. There is a very angry sound, and Jane falls flat on her face. Tibby runs away, still meowing angrily. He always waits for Jane behind the door, especially when he's hungry. But Jane often forgets about him when she's thinking of other things, like now. Damn you, Tibby, Jane cries. Tibby looks at her from the door of the bedroom. Jane can see he's angry with her for standing on him. Oh, Tibby, I'm sorry, she says, crying again. As she gets up, the phone stops ringing. Oh, damn, she says again, crying even more. I want you to phone. She's thinking more of herself than about poor Nancy now. Suddenly, she remembers her and thinks of Ben and Joe. What are they doing? Hello, Jimmy. It's Neil. Oh, hello, Neil. Jimmy always feels a bit uncomfortable when he talks to Neil. Um, Jane's waiting for you to call, he says. Is she with you? Neil asks. No, she's at home now. Oh, damn. What's the problem anyway? Jimmy tries to explain to Neil about Nancy. What do you mean she's dead? Neil asks. Well, that's what Jane says. There was this man on the phone and he. Yes, yes, Neil interrupts. Don't tell me again. But is it true? How do I know? Jimmy asks. That's what Jane says. Why don't you phone her? 3 times. 3 times. Neil almost can't speak because he's so nervous and tense. I'll try again. You do that, says Jimmy, thinking that Neil is not in a very good state to help Jane now. Ben and Joe decide to telephone Nancy's office before they go there. What's the number, Joe? Let me see. Yes. I think it's 588-4721, Joe replies. Are you sure? Yes, certain. Right, says Ben as he dials the number. 588-4721. Immediately, there is a female voice. Good afternoon, Safeguard Insurance. Hello, says Ben. I'm glad you weren't a man. Pardon? Asks the female voice. Sorry, what I mean is. No, it's too long to explain. Then Ben asks, is Nancy there? Nancy? Nancy who? Nancy, Ben turns to Joe. What's Nancy's surname, Joe? He asks. Summerson, Joe replies. Nancy Summerson, Ben says into the telephone. She works there as a telephonist. I don't know anybody of that name, the girl says. But I'm new here. Someone is off ill and someone else is going on holiday. And then there's the funeral. That's why I'm here, you see. Funeral? What funeral? Whose funeral? Ben asks. He turns to Joe. There's a funeral, he tells him. Someone's dead. Who? Not Nancy? Joe asks. The girl's speaking to Ben. She doesn't know. Ben tells Joe. She's new. She doesn't know anything or anybody. Into the phone he says, okay, thanks very much. Goodbye. While he's thinking, thanks for nothing. Jane is sitting beside the phone crying. Oh, Neil, please phone back. But it's after 1:45 now, and she knows his flight leaves at 2 o'clock. How can I wait till he comes back to Glasgow? Then she remembers Ben and Joe. What are they doing? I'll call them, she thinks. But no, Neil will call, and if I am talking to Ben and Joe. The phone rings with a sudden loud noise. After a moment of surprise, Jane picks it up. Hello, she says. Jane, it's me, What's wrong? Oh, Neil, finally, Jane says, and starts to cry again. Tibby comes back in and goes up to her. Go away, she says. Tibby goes away, still very hungry and angry. What? Says Neil. You want me to call, then you want me to go away. No, 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 not you, Tibby, Jane says. Well, what is it? My plane's leaving. Tell me all about it. What's wrong? Jane tells him about a terrible phone call. What can we do about Nancy? She asks, crying still. I can't do anything. I'm leaving now. Look, I'll be home very soon, just a couple of hours. Maybe Ben and Joe will find her, Neil says. But Neil, I'm worried. I'm frightened. Call Ben and Joe again. Try not to worry. I have to go. I'm late. Neil puts the phone down and runs to his plane. It's ready to leave, and everyone is waiting for him. What's the problem? Kyle asks. It's Jane, Neil replies. About her friend Nancy. I don't know what to think. He's worried now, too. And he can't do anything in London because the plane is leaving right now for Glasgow. He's thinking of Nancy. Is she dead? He wonders.